Hello everyone, and welcome to my new Muddy Puddles Chimps guide with Rosalia and Flying Fortress. This is going to be pretty easy, but also kind of difficult until round 15, and then it gets really easy, but we'll get to that. First, we have the boat spot. This guy is somewhat precise, but not super specific. Kind of just place him as top left as possible here. The range border for this guy should go through about the middle of the track right here. And yeah, that's really the only good visual indicator for this spot. But once you get it a few times, you'll be able to get it every time very easily. Set this guy to strong, and you should be able to beat round 6 if you got the spot right. For round 7, set the guy to first, and then get a sniper up here, and set him to first as well. This spot does actually matter because we will be using the sniper as sub-intel later on, but we'll get to that on like round 37 because that's when that actually matters. For round 8, set both of your towers to strong, and the round should just get annihilated. For round 9, get yourself a boomerang. This guy kind of just goes as top right as possible here. I'm pretty sure there's like a single pixel that if you place this guy, he won't attack this round, but 99.9% of the time, he should attack this round. So, switch the hand and set him to last, set your boat to first, and then always be ready to micro your sniper if something gets past your boat, which it most likely will, unless you got literally like a perfect boomerang spot and it hits everything, which it won't. There will usually be like a blue that sneaks past, so it's just a button press. It's not that hard. Switch your sniper back to strong for round 10, and then get an engineer mid-round right over here. Right over here. Right over here, just as top right as possible between the tracks, and you want to place him before the big wave of blues shows up. You have a little bit of time, but not that much, so like hurry a little bit, but not too much. For round 12, get yourself a boomerang right over here, just as left as possible, making sure that the range border touches the right side of this track border right here. For round 14, just get a sub as bottom right as possible, and get longer range. We're going to turn this guy into an intel sub, and then we're just going to go straight for airburst right after. 15 is very annoying, and there can be a little bit of RNG this round. So what we're going to want to do to mitigate as much of that RNG as possible, set your engineer to strong, and yeah, that's really it. I'm pretty sure what this round comes down to is sniper shot timing, which can be a little inconsistent between runs, so that's unfortunate. Be ready to switch your sniper to first if something gets past the sub, though. You should be good most of the time. Set your sniper back to strong, and then just get intel the instant you can afford it. Should beat the round pretty comfortably, and then get twin guns in the middle of 18. On 21, be ready. You might have to micro your sniper. Probably not, though. For 22, get airburst. And yeah, that's the early game pretty much complete. For 24, bit of a weird pick for what we're going to do here, but get long range, and unfortunately we are $1 off of affording camo for our boat, so have one of the blues get popped, and then buy camo on the boat. Very weird solution, but it works. In the middle of round 27 here, we have to get Rosa right up here. Right over here, kind of just as left as possible, like here. Just get her quickly. Get her before the round ends, as we do need her grenade attack for 28. So set her to grenade for 28, and put her up here. She should deal with the leads, and the airburst will deal with their insides. We're going to just keep moving her around, because she has a lot of early game power that we want to take advantage of. On 31, you can use a, whatever this is called, scatter missile, but you shouldn't have to. The boat reaches over there, so you should have some pretty good camo intel for 33. For 34, move Rosa over again. And now we're going to start going for a discount village right over here. 002, and it should be in range of your sub. Your sub should be getting discounted here. Get triple guns on 35. And move Rosa up here so she's on sort of like a straight line. If you want to use like a scatter missile or something, go for it. Shouldn't have to, though. And then move her over here for 36, and switch her to the grenade attack. For 37, get yourself another village right over here. This guy is going to be buffing the range of our discount, so that we can fit an alchemist right over here. And then we're also going to get night vision goggles on this guy, and this guy to acidic mixture dip. And obviously move Rosa over again. Keep her on the grenade attack. You can move her again for 38, but you shouldn't have to. The round 37 spot should still work. For 39, get Berserker Brew and faster throwing. And then move Rosa over here and switch her back to the laser attack. For round 40, get Jungle Drums, and then just scatter missile when the Moab starts to go down. And it'll die. And up here, in range of both the discount and Rosa, get your ace. Make sure it's not in range of the alchemist though, because we don't want it to steal any buffs from the triple dart, just to prevent RNG. Get centered path, and then just get Never Miss for 43. And then also rapid fire, and we're going to keep moving Rosa over for these early 40s rounds because she is pretty important. Just use jetpack for 43 and you should be good. Get your Never Miss to a 203, and then also radar scanner. And yeah, now we're going to save up straight for Spectre, which will afford in the middle of 55. You can leave Rosa here on the left. We only have to move her over for certain rounds, which I will mention. On 49 here, if you want to use just a jetpack to just get rid of the round, go for it. It'll probably help a little bit. For 50, move her right over here. And yeah, should be good this round. You might actually want to switch her to the grenade attack right there, just so that she can deal with the leads and AMD timing doesn't kill you. It probably won't anyway, but yeah, just something to be aware of. Move her over on 52. Switch her back to the laser attack though, because there are no leads here. And then just use the jetpack when the Moabs show up. You could use a scatter missile instead, but I don't think that matters too much. But we do need scatter missile up for 54, so I would advise just using a jetpack instead. For 54, move her up here, set her to strong, and then the instant you see a Moab, just use scatter missile. This should just completely get rid of the first Moab, so we pretty much only have to deal with one. You don't even need the lucky knockback right there to still be able to beat the Moab fairly comfortably. Move her back over here, set her to first, and switch to the grenade attack. Well, it doesn't really matter, because we're just going to be using a jetpack instantly anyway. And get Spectre the instant you can afford it. You should be able to afford Spectre pretty quickly into the last wave, and boom. Yeah, from here we're just going to save straight into the Flying Fortress, which we'll afford on round 88. So I'll see you on, I think, round 82, which is the next time we have to really do anything. Feel free to use any abilities on any round you're scared of, though, like 75, 76, 78, or 63. Yeah, 63 even, because, as we all know, Spectre sucks. So yeah, I'll see you on, like, 82. On 80, if you'd like to use an ability or something, go for it, but you shouldn't have to. Spectre isn't that bad, is it? For 81, move Rosa back up here, and make sure she is on the laser attack. The laser attack is the one that actually does the Moab knockback, and that Moab knockback is the only reason this save-up works at all. Like, Spectre cannot handle these early 80s rounds on its own at all, which is kind of sad, considering it's a 30k tower and this is a long single lane map. Once there are only fortified BFBs left on 82, just use a jetpack and scatter missile, and you should be good. It might do some weird stuff and split the Moabs, but that's fine. On 84, just use like a scatter missile at the start and then a jetpack if you want to. You'll probably be fine without them anyway, but might as well. They help. We do in fact need our abilities back for 85, but keep moving Rosa over. Use a kinetic charge once pretty much all of your abilities are back, and then use them once it goes off. Once it blows up, just use a jetpack and then a scatter missile to help out a little bit. I'm just going to skip the scatter missile. Cooldown should come back up anyway. Move Rosa back up here just for when jetpack runs out. 87 and 88 are probably the two sketchiest rounds of this entire run. So, let's do those. Maybe 86 is too. Wow, Spectre really does suck. Okay, anyway, for 87, move Rosa about here. Use a kinetic charge instantly, just off cooldown. And then once it blows up, just use a jetpack and scatter missile. Should help clear out the round a little bit so that Spectre doesn't get pierce capped horribly and die. You'll probably need a clutch Rosa knockback or two to be able to win, but that's normal. And then for 88, set Rosa to about right here and move Spectre's centered path at the exit of the track right here. And then we're going to start the round when the ace is around the top of its flight pattern. This is just to make sure that it can kill everything as quickly as possible. With a few more clutch Rosa knockbacks, of course. So that we can get the Flying Fortress, and once you've afforded it, GG, the run is over. Like, I'm literally not going to buy anything else, and this just wins on its own. Buy whatever you'd like. You have about 51k. So yeah, just have fun with it. And move your ace back to the center, or the bottom center, just to make sure nothing stupid happens. And yeah, big plane afforded, game over. Like, even round 98 doesn't stand a chance to the very large flying vehicle. 99 might actually look a bit sketchy because Flying Fortress is not good against fortified DDTs. So if you want to buy something to help out with those, go for it, but you shouldn't have to. And round 100 stands no chance to the largest plane. And boom! With that, you should now have your Muddy Puddles black border with the incredibly based strategy of Rosalia, Flying Fortress, and I don't really know what else we got in this setup, a Camo Village? I don't know. Anyway, I hope this guide helped you out in some way. Have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.